Hi, friends. Welcome back to the Saving Bread podcast. I wanted to mention a few things before I get into today's interview, which I'm very excited to announce and talk about. The podcast has received an overwhelming amount of support. We are trending globally. I've had messages from people all over the world who are excited and supportive, and it's been such a joy. And I know that this will just continue to grow and be such a peaceful and respectful place for people in our community to come and all sit down at the same table and share information. And it just makes me so happy that others are enjoying this project, and I can't wait to see where it goes. So thank you. Thank you for all of the work that you've done. If you listen to the podcast and you're enjoying it, please send it to 2 or 3 of your friends who can listen and enjoy it. Follow us on Instagram at the Saving Bread Podcast. Give us a like on Apple Podcasts and leave a review. Just any little extra things that you feel called to do to help the podcast grow would just mean the world to us. So again, thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for sharing. And for being here and being on this ride with me and on this ride with me and Leah as we explore the bread world and the podcast world. Today is an interviews episode and one I'm really looking forward to sharing with all of you. We have Campbell McFarlane, who is the creator, innovator of the RackMaster oven. He also makes other types of equipment for baking. He's got bench knives and pans and all sorts of things that we chat about. And I think by the end of this interview, you will understand why he has such a strong following. He's authentic, he is caring, he is devoted, and he stays curious. And our conversation revolves around the oven and what he makes, yes, but also around his vision for what he hopes to see in the bread community and the people who are buying his ovens and this platform that he's helped create. Because let's be honest, without the cottage ovens, many of us who have these dreams to bake for our community wouldn't be able to do it. He's provided a canvas for us to paint on. And I'm very thankful. I own 2 RackMaster ovens. I love them dearly. I would not be able to do my job without them. And I'm excited for you all to hear just how incredible this man is and what an important part of our baking community he is. So without further ado, the interview with Campbell McFarlane. I'm Allison White, and this is Saving Bread. Let's try this. There we go. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, there we go. I got you now. Fantastic.
Okay.
We did it. Hi.
Hi, Allison.
Finally got it worked out. I am not a tech person. You're not a tech person.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
It's a bad combo, but a great team for baking.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm going to put do not disturb on my phone so that we don't get disturbed. Okay, so let's get right into it because I know you're super busy. You're building ovens, you're building tables, you're changing the world. So can you tell us what came first, the baker or the oven maker?
But was baker first. Back 2014, we did a lot of work on the house and we moved out into caravans, and my wife bought a book and there's a section in it on sourdough, and it got my attention, and all I wanted to do was bake bread when I got back in the house. And RackMaster, we used to go around all the bakeries, and there was a baker that gave me some starter, and that's where it all started from.
Wow.
And basically never stopped since. All I wanted to do, whenever I got success, all I wanted to do was bake more and more and more.
Again. And what were you baking in? When did you realize, you know what, I might want to build my own oven? How did that happen?
Well, first of all, I think like everybody, you have a Dutch oven and then that gets too slow. So I bought a Rothko B40 and it was a massive learning curve. There was no real handbook. There were lots of bakers out there with them, but it was, I don't know, the information wasn't out there how to bake in a Rothko, and you kind of had to apply your ingenuity to it. I mean, you had to preheat. You'd load the oven, switch it off because it was that fierce a heat, you'd end up rugby balls. Then you turned it back on after 20 minutes, and at 25 minutes, you swapped the top for the bottom, and then heat presto, you usually had bread. But
Right.
the actual engineering of the oven was pretty. I don't want to decry it because it started a lot of things and they're still going and they do, but it could have been better. The seal round the door could have been better.
Right.
And I looked at it I made mine much better, but it was a lot of work and a lot of hassle. And then we got busy at work again, and it got pushed to one side. Then,
The oven.
yeah, the oven. But then we spoke about doing our own oven at work, and we would get a spell where it wasn't so busy, and we would spend time on it, get it up to a certain stage. Then all of a sudden, normal work would go crazy, and you'd have to leave it, and it could be 3 or 4 months before you got back to it again.
I see.
Then, yeah, and then lockdown came down, and then we had all the time in the world to develop it further, and pretty much the rest is history.
And when you were building this oven, you were thinking about how to improve the baking experience that you were having with your Rothko, and maybe
Yes.
many other of us were having with our Rothkos. I did have that
Well-
oven. Who did you were mostly thinking about yourself, but who, just because of your passion for baking, but who were you hoping would purchase this oven, use this oven? I mean, you've become a staple in the cottage baking industry and such an important piece of the puzzle
Thank you.
for this bread movement. Who were you thinking about when you were making this oven, and what were your intentions?
I just wanted it to be a good oven, engineered as best it could, and at a price that was affordable. I mean, anybody that wanted to bake bread at home or had premises or had the same bug, because I think it is a bug. Everybody gets hooked on sourdough. I don't care who, I don't know. You just get hooked. You become a disciple.
Absolutely. And I think what I really appreciate about my RackMaster, I have 2 of them now.
Yeah.
I think of it kind of like there's people who go to school and they get trained for fine art, right? And they become artists and their paintings are in museums, or people go to culinary school and baking school and they learn how to do these things and they work in these really prestigious bakeries.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of us who didn't do those things, but we still have a vision and we have a passion for it, but we might not have the training or the money to completely be all in, but we still want to bake when we can, once a week at home or twice a week. And there was kind of a gap in the market for something like that. And you've closed that gap by providing this oven to us.
Thank you. But I found in the early days there was an awful lot of gatekeeping to
Right.
recipes and procedures, and it was the kind of if I tell you why I do that, make sure it's clever as me, and I just can't be doing with that. It just doesn't equate for me. I freely give anybody my limited knowledge for baking. Gladly give it to the point where they want me to shut up.
You are really generous with your time and your information. And I think that's why many of us who own your ovens feel so connected to you and connected to the process. And we're very thankful for you. So I wanted to ask you, when someone switches from perhaps they're baking in a Dutch oven and they're ready to buy the RackMaster oven and switch to open baking, what kinds of changes to their process can they expect when it comes to maybe fermentation, the open baking, steam? Because sometimes that transition can be a little bit uncomfortable. So
Very much. Yeah.
So what advice can you give to a baker who's kind of considering that transition or going through it right now so that they feel more successful?
Put your ego to one side
Yeah.
and get on with it.
Hmm.
It's the oven will always bake better if it's a full load.
Okay.
You know there are big nuances between a Dutch oven and a deck oven.
Right.
I mean, you could almost put a sawdust and water in a Dutch oven, and you would end up with a beautiful ear, and maybe not very tasty, but you would end up with something. But when you move on to a RackMaster, your dough needs to be good. Unless the dough is good, it don't magically turn into something great.
The oven isn't a magical place that
No, no,
can
no,
hide all of our sins. And I
no.
think what helped me, it actually, I think it humbled me, as you said, put my ego aside as a baker, because if
Yes.
there are issues with your fermentation, if there are issues with your shaping,
Yeah.
your hydration, those issues cannot hide in an open bake, whether it's a
No.
RackMaster or any other oven for that
No, no.
matter.
Yeah.
What about steam?
Steam. The RackMaster has a fully welded chamber,
Hmm.
and so that means there's no seepage out the sides, back, bottom, top.
Yep.
There's a rubber seal round the door, which has four corners which bleed ever such a little bit of steam,
Yep.
and round the glass, the steam comes past there as well. Probably the biggest phone call I get is, I've got steam coming out the ovens. Yeah, you need to release some steam somewhere. You can't hold it all.
Right.
If you did hold it all, then it would push past the seal and you'd have a leak that you didn't want.
Hmm.
And that's basically it. Steaming, we're actually working on a pod that you fit to the bottom right side of the
Yes.
deck to create steam, and it's working very, very well. I'm in the final stages of getting this right. There are a few people out there with them, and I'm getting positive feedback.
What I love about the RackMaster is that the steam is an option that I can put in or not, and I can choose how much I need. I rarely need much at all if the oven
Yeah,
is full. By the fifth minute into my bake, the bread is starting to open up at the score
yes,
line and the bread is steaming itself. I just need
yes.
enough for that first 5 minutes
Yeah,
of,
yeah,
so I like the idea of having just a small little chamber on the side where you could
yeah.
pour a little bit of water to,
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, the amount of water I'm adding is, I think 500 milliliters will
yeah.
probably do 7 or 8 bakes.
Oh, wow.
It's next to nothing.
Right.
Uh, and it's just much easier. I mean, there are other ovens out there with steam generation, but I don't. Uh, if I was to have an integrated steam system, it would have to be a water connection
Right.
and a button you pressed. But if you've got a particularly hard water area, you've got all the issues that come with that.
I think that's a great solution because it keeps it separate and it's a
Yeah.
choice that you can add or not add.
Like you said, I've done back-to-back bakes without adding any steam and
Yeah.
not had any issues with that.
It's
So
because you're a pro.
yeah.
So, let's expand on the RackMaster a bit. Are people baking more than just bread in there? Like, what are some of the
Yeah.
things that you've seen other people bake and maybe were surprised to see people bake in there? Like, you didn't even realize that that could be done.
I've seen people do roast dinners in it, roasting vegetables
Yeah.
roasting vegetables overnight on the residual heat from after you've switched it off.
Okay.
Brownies, croissants, cakes. There's a lady in Northampton. She does full RM 2020 cakes. So she has three focaccia trays, and she does it full of cake. Then takes
Great.
them out and cuts them up, and it's incredible. It's incredible. She's a yeah. There's I've seen people do baklava in it.
Oh, okay.
It's I don't think I can't think of anything outlandish and not food related, but yes.
Yeah. Pizzas,
I
maybe.
know there's a lady on Isle of Harris, and she uses one of her ovens to sterilize her bottles
Oh,
for
that is outlandish.
any. She'll phone me now and tell me off. But yeah, she does some drinks or other, and
Interesting.
she uses to sterilize the bottles before she uses them. It's
That's great.
crazy.
She wins the award for most creative oven
Yeah,
use.
yeah,
So I personally love seeing how many small bakeries and cottage bakers have been able to produce brick and mortar quality bread because of your
yeah.
ovens. Is there a particular story of a baker whose journey was completely changed because they finally had access to the right equipment? Like maybe there's been a really remote area where you've delivered an oven or something like
And
that.
there's lots of remote ovens. I mean,
Yeah.
there's one right up in a place called Forcenard. It's about 700 miles north of here.
Hmm.
She's called the Peat Bog Baker, and she just yeah, she's moved from a garden shed to a bakery in the high street in a local town. And
Wow.
when I delivered that oven, she's so remote, we couldn't get the van down into her premises. So we stopped on the main road passing her house and transferred it in a smaller van down to her house. And we were there an hour and a half and nobody come by wanting, we blocked the road, nobody come by wanting to go past the road. That's how long we
Wow.
blocked the road for. Crazy.
That is crazy. That's
Yeah.
really special though. I wonder if you could maybe, I don't know if you have this, but I think you do, a map of all the places where people have your ovens. I would love to post something like that after the
We we
interview.
we we started it. The lady in Northampton, Alice, she
Hmm.
actually was doing it,
Oh,
and it was
great.
pretty good. But we sort of got overwhelmed with orders, and it kind of took a back seat.
I bet. Yeah,
It'd be
that's
nice. Yeah, it'd
not
be
a,
nice to revisit that
that
again.
would be fun to see how
Yeah,
big of a reach you've had in the baking community because I mean they're all over the world at this point and
yeah.
that's incredible. Go
I
ahead.
actually
Yeah.
don't think we're far off more ovens in North America than the rest of the world now.
Wow.
I'm going to guess we're somewhere near 2,300 ovens worldwide. I guess
Incredible.
that. Yeah.
Before I ask you my next question, I want to circle back on one thing about how many different things you can bake in this oven because I think when someone decides to make the leap to a cottage oven, they might be fearful of, oh, gosh, that's a lot of money to spend all at once. But when you hear all of the things that you can make in this oven, I personally have two of them, and I was able to make my money back quickly because of how many different things I could
Yeah.
make in it and how many things I could make at once. This will lead me into my next question, and my next thing that I wanted to talk to you about. I have a lot of your other pieces of equipment which have helped me scale, you know, the focaccia trays, which I make focaccia
Yeah.
and my cinnamon rolls in, and my bench knives and all these wonderful things that you make. So, in case our listeners don't know, you make a lot of other things that
Yeah.
kind of go
Yeah.
with the oven and maybe some that are more useful on the bench. But can you tell us about some of the other products that you make and maybe your tables and other things you're working on?
Yeah. We do a lot of bespoke shaping tables.
Yeah.
Beech oak Iroko. The one I use in my Instagram videos is well, I love it. It's just
Beautiful.
correct. I don't know how many of them we've made, but it must be in the thousands.
Oh, wow.
Uh, the the person that I order the tops from has me on speed dial. So yeah, we're a good customer. So we're a good customer there, and they usually pull a rabbit out of the hat when it needs to be.
That's awesome.
Um, then we got the English muffin sets, which are massive in America.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, yeah.
we 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 can't make enough of them, to be honest. I don't know, focaccia trays, as you say, the dough
Yeah.
knives, bread tins.
The tins.
We're yeah. The last container we did for America, we couldn't get all the boxes in it that were ordered
Oh, I
of
bet.
bread tins. There was loads and loads and loads. But yeah, it's but I think we're in container number. Hannah would know, but probably in container number 25 now.
So if our listeners wanted to check out the oven, look at all of these other wonderful pieces of equipment you make, they can see those through Pleasant Hill Grain if they live in the United States, right?
Yeah, they're only available through Pleasant Hill Grain in North America.
North America, okay.
Obviously, everywhere else in the world, our website, www.rackmaster.co.uk.
Great. Fantastic. And there's also WhatsApp groups for different...
Yeah. There's WhatsApp group for UK, Europe and Africa, which has 420 odd members. Some people don't interact.
Yeah.
Some people over interact. Not going to name anybody, but yeah. It has its what do you call it? Personalities.
Yes.
But yeah, it's all very, very, very good. It's all good-hearted.
I can go to the WhatsApp group and immediately someone will respond at any hour of any day.
Yeah.
And if not you, which often it is you responding immediately, someone else in the group who is going through something similar or helping someone new who just got the oven, everyone is helping everyone else. And it's always positive. Everyone is always kind and respectful. Yeah. And it's truly a group of people who want everyone else to succeed.
Yeah, there's no... I mean, I'm a member on there. Everybody that has an oven either has my mobile number or has access to my mobile number. Yes. I may message somebody from the group direct to them for different things, but there's no, as I said earlier, there's no gatekeeping, there's no moderators, there's no removal of negative posts or anything like that. It's all.
That's right.
I'm just another member. I don't think I'm even a. I know I'm not an administrator on the UK group, for sure. But I think I am an American one, but I wouldn't know how to add somebody anyway.
Me neither. So, it's a great group to be a part of.
It is, yeah.
Okay, we're going to move on to my rapid fire questions. Are you ready?
Go.
Okay, what is your favorite bread?
A good, well-baked country loaf.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be particularly high hydration. I'm just looking for a tasteful loaf.
Yes.
Taste trumps everything.
Of course.
Looks. I mean, taste then colour.
Yes. Well,
I can't stand the blonde bakes.
Yeah.
I think some people bake their bread in a retarder prover. I'm not sure, but or
you appreciate contrast between the crust and the crumb.
Or they forgot to turn the elements on and it's baked by the light of the oven. I don't know.
Yes, I am the same. What do you think is the most important quality in a baker?
Humility, skills, sharing, caring, and helping. I think that's it. We all, I mean, I baked to the weekend and I had a disaster bake. So, hey, it's going to happen. It's going to humble you one day, that's for sure.
Absolutely. We all have those days where we're just like, dang it.
Yeah.
What is your favorite Instagram account to follow? What do you
It's a simple one. This one is Wayne Caddy.
Wayne Caddy,
without a shadow of a doubt. Great guy. Personal friend, great guy. He's on my bake weekend. I think he maybe thinks, God, I'm going to put my phone on mute. He does get calls from me, but he's a great lad. Great baker, great lad. He's got such a skill for teaching.
He does.
He meets whoever your skill level, he meets you at your skill level. Whether you're a seasoned pro or an absolute beginner, he's there. And he's so enthusiastic about what he does and how he does it that it's infectious. It's infectious. He's a good guy.
He is. Okay, my last quickie question for you, and then we'll ask my closing questions. Tell our listeners what is underburnt, because I feel like we need shirts made at this point.
underburnt is a play on words. Basically, when I see a light loaf, it's a bit underburnt.
Yeah,
You need more fire. You need more
that's
heat. You
right.
need longer in the oven. Sorry, I mean I know people get a hard time when they go to markets to sell stuff. If it's dark, if it's too dark, they're left on the shelf. I would be going straight for that one every
Right.
single time. It's where all the flavour is. Uh, I mean, in Scotland, you have what they call a Morton's morning roll, and it is black on the top, but it has so much flavour.
Yeah.
It's flavour on overload, and yeah, it is. It must be a Scottish thing because I love it. I love I'd eat the crust all day long and leave the middle.
Yes. And you've inspired all of us to bake darker, I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay. So let's finish out this wonderful chit chat.
yeah.
In your own way and from your perspective, how do you think you're helping save bread, not just here where I live, but all over the world, everywhere where someone has a RackMaster? How are you helping save bread?
Uh, Giving people the tools to do the job properly. If somebody has the want to bake bread, they will, and if you can help them, that's it. You're just helping people,
Mm.
and you're preserving the craft, sharing your knowledge. Yeah, stuff like that, really.
I agree. And when someone buys one of your ovens, what do you think they're buying into? What is your vision
The whole,
long
the whole,
term?
the whole 9 yards, everything. I want them to become the best bakers they possibly can be, and I will help them in every single way that I can
Yeah.
at any given time. I'm on the UK group, so my hours are pretty much aligned with the UK group. America, depending where you are, sort of 5 to 8 hours different.
Mhm.
But no, I mean, I can, I'll answer any time I pick the phone up and I see there's
Yeah.
something to say. But I won't take my phone I don't charge my phone at the bedside. It stays downstairs. That when I'm sleeping, that's it. I'm not there 24/7, but probably 18/7, 18 of the
Yeah.
24 hours. Yeah, yeah,
I really feel that from you. I feel like I'm part of a family
yeah,
of the people, the bakers who own this oven. I feel extremely supported by you and everyone else who has one. And it really does feel like a movement. I mean, I've never been part of another group, so I can't speak to that, but it does feel like
yeah,
we are very aligned in our goals of
yeah,
wanting to preserve this craft and all
yeah.
contributing in the best way that we know how. And you know how to make wonderful equipment for making and baking bread. And you've given us this gift
Thank you.
of your appliances and your oven so that all of us have the ability and the access to keep
Great.
this going and to
Yeah,
create.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
And
there was a lady come on the UK group the other day, and she says, I'm part of lots of groups, but this one group I feel is the best one ever, and I contribute to it probably 10 times as much as I do to any other groups I'm on.
I love that. I feel
Yeah,
proud to have two RackMaster ovens
yeah,
now, and basically anything that you have made besides a table, because that's not
yeah,
reasonable. I live
yeah.
so far. I own and I use and I absolutely love. So I can't thank you enough for
Thank
the
you.
hard work that you've done and also for taking the time to chat with me today. I know you're so
It's okay.
busy.
I'm actually loading up an oven, and I'm going to France tomorrow with one.
I believe it.
I am. I actually am. It's a 1,300 mile round trip, and she has two ovens already, and she wants a third oven, and she wants
Great.
me to do a once over. She wants me to do a refresh on the other two ovens. So yeah,
I'm
watch
happy
this
for
space.
you.
Watch this space. I enjoy that part of it so much.
I know.
Getting out and seeing people and meeting people, and just interacting.
I can tell when you post about it and you share it in the group how happy you are, and there's so much joy there. How can our listeners support you? Where can they follow you? What can they do to make
Instagram sounds like a bot account, but it's Campbell 2664. It is the only account. It's the only social media I have. I don't have Facebook. That's it basically.
Great. And we can shop at RackMaster.
If you're outside of America, you can shop rackmaster.co.uk. If you're in North America, everything's available through Pleasant Hill Grain.
Great.
So when it's in stock, because it does go out of stock pretty quick.
Plan a year ahead.
Yeah.
All right, Campbell, this was awesome. You're so great. I'm so thankful to know you and be friends with you and to own your ovens. Very proud to be part of this family.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
We'll chat very soon.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, good luck with your drive. Be safe. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Again, a special thank you to Campbell for taking time out of your extremely busy schedule. I know we had to reschedule that interview a couple of times because we're balancing baking and making ovens and traveling and all of the things, but I really appreciate the fact that you took time out of your schedule to meet on a Zoom and chit chat with me about all things bread and the wonderful work that you're doing. I'm really looking forward to purchasing my steam pot, probably 2 of them for my 2 RackMaster ovens, and I'm looking forward to trying them out and using them and having that addition to my process. Thank you to everyone who tuned in today for listening and supporting. If you could just share the Saving Bread podcast with a few of your baker friends or foodie friends and continue to spread the word, it would mean so much to us. So on that note, that's it. And we will catch you at the next episode. Thank you for listening to the Saving Bread podcast. Music by Joshua from Dope. I'm Allie White. And as always, happy baking and long live real bread.